in the shadows, who's ready to play?
What's up? This is Malice Intent coming to you with another video. So I'm scrolling down my Facebook page and all I see is R.kelly. R.kelly this, R.kelly that. So many people want to. I'm not taking up for, first of all, I'm not taking up for the actions of R.kelly, but you can't necessarily place all the blame on him. I mean, in the past, yes, he's a pedophile. Pedophile to the fullest. But we all knew that. Especially if you're from Chicago, you already knew what R. Kelly was doing. We already knew he was going to Kenwood Academy when he was an older man, driving around. We heard about it. It's nothing new. But these women now who's coming out claiming to be victims, no, I don't accept that. You're not a victim. If you chose to let this man do this, you're not a victim. A victim is somebody who's unknowingly part of somebody's misdevious acts. You willingly chose to go on. It's not like he forced you to stay in the house. Nothing. You could have left anytime you want to, but you stayed. And for the girl who was talking about, she practically stalked R. Kelly, going to his trials, saying, "Oh, he's innocent," and then you up there trying to make yourself seen by him, giving him encouraging words, saying, "I know you didn't do it." And then his bodyguard gives you his number after the trial is over. Come on. You didn't have to call him, but you did. You did. And then for you to say that he told you to come to his house and bring a swimming suit. Really? A swimming suit? Then once you get there, he was like, "Take off your straps." And then you was like, "You really want me to take off your straps?" And he was like, "Yes." Because he was R. Kelly, I did it. No. You willingly did it. You willingly. He didn't force you to. He asked you to. And when he asked you, you literally took off your straps. Now, after that, you could have just left. You could have been like, "No, I ain't doing this." I thought it was a little weird. No, you willingly did it. Willingly. He didn't force you. He didn't place a gun to your head. He didn't threaten your life. You willingly did it. Willingly. That sounds like a volunteer to me, not a victim. Then he tells you to take off your swimsuit all the way. You could have been like, "Hell no, I ain't doing that." No. But again, you willingly took it off. You willingly. Come on. You have an excuse as, "I did it because he was R. Kelly." No. Every time you hear the whole Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly, you didn't hear them saying he forced them to do it. No, they said they willingly did it themselves. Come on. And then for the other girl who ate out the minor or whatever, She didn't have to do it. He just said, eat her out. You really want me to do it? Yes, do it. No. Talking about she was crying because she had to do it. She didn't have to do it. He asked her to do it. She did it. You talking about mind control? No, that ain't mind control. That's free will. You chose to. That's exactly what free will is. You could have got up and left and let that be and not talk to him again. But because of his fame and fortune, you was like, oh man, he's a superstar. I can't believe he asking me to do this. I'm gonna do it just to please R. Kelly. And then the other story, oh my God, really, this lady talking about she dropped her job because she thought she was in a relationship with R. Kelly. She was a DJ. And she dropped her job, got a flight to Chicago just so she could be with R. Kelly. Come on. When has an R&B person ever been single like that? They always have women all the way around them. They always got a person, even with athletes, always have somebody else. And she up there saying, I thought I was the only one. No. No. Come on. These women can't be that dumb. Of course, they're in for a paycheck. That's all they in for, a paycheck. I don't care if y'all get mad at me. It's the truth. It's the truth. They fall in love with the fame. They be like, oh, it's a come up. That's all they thinking about. It's a come up. It can get me out of my predicament that I in. I can have clothes. I can have jewelry. And don't let them have a baby by one of these superstars. Because they're going to be like, oh man, that's more money coming in. I get child support. Really? Really? No. You can't claim victim status. You cannot claim victim status. Because I know plenty of women who's been involved in sexual assault situations and molestation and everything. And they did it unwillingly. They was forced to do it. They didn't have a choice. These women had a choice. And that's the difference. This Me Too stuff is getting out of hand. Really getting out of hand. Because just because one claim it, they feel like the others gotta claim it also. Even though all these people did it willingly. Willingly. When you actually listen to it, all of them had a hidden agenda. Well, most of them had a hidden agenda. Come on, they was looking for a come up. Especially with these parents. You gotta place blame on the parents too. Because they literally pimped their daughter out to R. Kelly. Literally pimped. Come on. Most of them all said, quote unquote, I was a dancer and he's liked the way I dance and he started talking to me. You wanted to be a background dancer. Thought you would be something more. You got the other people. Oh, my daughter could sing. She could really sing. So I introduced her to R. Kelly. After you already heard the stories about R. Kelly and young girls, you steady try to use his influence to get things off your daughter. Really? Really? Most all of them said, oh, I used to sing, especially that Mexican or Puerto Rican girl, whatever she was. She up there saying, I used to sing and I sung for R.kelly and he liked it. Come on, you was doing it for a come up. Y'all didn't really necessarily feel like this man liked you, because if he liked you, he would have made you the only one. You would have known he was the only one. Especially with the girl who got off the bus and then she saw other women getting off. And then a normal woman would have been like, hell no, what all these women doing here? It would have been a fight in the lot. One woman would have been fighting all the other women, because if she thought she was the only person, she would have been mad at the girls. She would have been mad at R. Kelly and try to fight R. Kelly. But no, no. You looked around, saw the women, and then he gave them all rooms, and you went right along with it. That's because you wanted to come up. He was giving all these women money. He was funding their lifestyle. They had the ability to leave the house whenever they wanted to. And then for the women who actually speaking out about this stuff, talking about, oh, these are victims and everything. They don't know how it feels. You can't say anything about it if you haven't been through that situation. No, no. Come on. They hear a sob story and it brings in money and it brings in attention. You can't take every single sob story as being factual. I'm sorry, you can't. Just because somebody fake tearing and crying, you cannot take that as being factual. They're just good actors. And then at the end, the last two parts of Lifetime was just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Come on. You knew what hotel your daughter was in and staying in. Coincidentally. Talking about you had a private source that told you she was there. No. That's how you know that it just turned into Love and Hip Hop. It turned into a reality show after that. You know, good and well, you knew where your daughter was. You up there saying, I went up there to go rescue her and stuff like that and get into the car and everything. It was just drama trying to play on people's sympathy cards. Come on. Lifetime need to go on someplace. Lifetime has always been a women hate men show. Get revenge. That's all Lifetime's been. That's why we call it the Women Channel, because it catered towards women. And I'm not being chauvinistic or anything. I'm just stating facts. These are facts. Like I said, I've known victims of molestation and rape. And if you know it and been around it, then you know authenticness. The people on Lifetime was not authentic. You could tell it was fake. Forced tears. People don't even have any tears and just faking it like, I gotta get up. I can't do it. No. You didn't see no tears rolling down her eyes till later. Eyes squinting like she tried to force it to come out. And don't have me get on R.kelly. Come on. R.kelly. Her kids are grown now. grown, so she's no longer receiving what? Child support. So I've been saying when she came out with earlier part of 2018 when she started appearing on shows talking about it. And she was like telling her story and everything of how rough it was living with R. Kelly, and he wanted me to do all crazy things and stuff like that. And I was scared to leave and stuff like that, and I thought I could change him back. But other videos on Facebook surfaced of her basically listening to R. Kelly songs, singing to it, and basically defending him, yet trying to tear him down also. Come on. You had just wrote a book, tried to get your book to sell. Most of these women are trying to create a book so it can sell. You know who started this? I blame Superhead, the vixen, video vixen, because she's the one that actually really started this. She's the one writing a tell-all book about what happened. Her ventures in being a hoe and sleeping with a whole bunch of stars. That's exactly what these women are doing. They wasn't saying nothing when they was with the man and doing everything he asked of them to do. And they continued to stay. You knew it was wrong and you continued to stay. Come on. Get serious about this, people. Stop being blind to the fact. And to the women, these people on my Facebook Live. Again, I'm not defending R. Kelly. But these women need to go someplace. Stop trying to come at me. I'm not defending him. I'm not defending his action. I'm saying everyone got to be at fault. R. Kelly, the parents, the women who claimed this happened to him. He didn't have a magic wand. He didn't put a gun to his head. It was non-violent. Non-violent. Then, the only violent one I heard was he so-called choked the girl and everything because she was talking back. That's I kind of hard to believe. It's hard to believe. I don't know, but come on, you had the ability to leave. Everybody has the choice. You chose to stay in that predicament. These the same women, because if you really look at it, it's the same thing as 50 Shades of Grey. Y'all women read that book and was like, ooh, that sounds adventurous and sexy and I wish my man could do that. Y'all read this book. Y'all watched the movie. Couldn't wait to watch the movie. Y'all adored this book. And it's the same exact thing R. Kelly was doing. So, y'all can't block the man music and everything just because now y'all feel a certain way. Even though it was sad about him during that time. Come on, you still had Michael Jackson. He was accused of pedophilia with boys. They coming into his room and everything. Yet, y'all still defending him. Y'all still listen to his music. Come on, you have Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown was 15 years old. Jay-Z allegedly slept with her at 15. years old. Gave her an STD and everything. It's facts. Stuff we already know. We've been on this. You already know P. Diddy been messing around with young women back in the day. Probably still is. I don't know. He could be messing with little boys too. Come on, it's R.Kelly. Come on, you heard the story where um, it was a video with Usher and Kevin Hart was asking P. Diddy a question, and P. Diddy started telling a story. I remember when me and Usher used to, when he was little and used to live with me, used to fight uh, in the bed. And then he's like, oh, no. And then changed it all up. Come on. You got to look at Quincy Jones. You actually think Quincy Jones? You already heard the story about Quincy Jones and Tupac saying that Quincy Jones wanted to sleep with him because he could make him famous, even more famous. Come on, really? These are all stories you already heard. You don't think Quincy Jones was messing around with Mike? Allegedly? Could be? Come on. It's already been rumored. It's already been out there. Come on. So, you have all this stuff happening, yet y'all choose not to say anything. You got Weinstein. You got Trump. You got a whole bunch of other people saying stuff. What about that kid that Charlie Sheen and passing AIDS around to all these women? HIV. That was only talked about for a little while and then went away. Come on, there's other people that out there doing a whole bunch of stuff. But just because they make a lifetime series about it, now y'all want to be in the uproar. Now the Me Too movement want to come out and say something about it. What happened to the Me Too movement with everybody else? You see, the whole Me Too movement is the same one that got Bill Cosby locked up. Bill Cosby. Come on. Don't have me get on Bill Cosby. All these women, even some of them, said they were lying about that whole situation. They was paid to lie. What you think these women about R. Kelly was paid? How much they was paid to do the documentary? You don't have to get paid to tell your story, but these women got paid to tell a story and make it sound outrageous as possible. If it was a cult, you shouldn't be able to leave a cult so easily, just walking out the front door. So, no, y'all might not like what I'm saying, but it's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Malice, you can hit me on that Instagram. That's Malice Intent. Hit me up on Twitter. Same thing, Malice Intent. Peace. And I'm out.